Make sure you check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. What's going on? We back, Goodfellow Sports TV. And yes, I caught the interview from Fred. I got the full one off Time Business. And shout out to Time Business JS. Ben Saucy Boxing. Y'all go subscribe to them brothers out of Oakland. What's going on, Oakland? Time Business. All right. But we back, man. Make sure you check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off their all natural products from soaps, lotions, foot soaks, bath bombs, toothpaste, deodorant, hair pomade, muscle relaxer rubs, and much, much more. Head over to thehealthblaze.com website, promo code in the description. And I call what Ward saying, at the end of the day, man, y'all got to stop, putting, what you believe a black boxer or a black athlete should be. At the end of the day, they're not that. You think these dudes are supposed to be totally biased. I don't want to say totally biased, but have some type of favoritism or biasness towards black fighters. And it's not going to be. They're not going to be like David Benavidez, who said he was pulling for Hugo Ruiz and everybody know Hugo Ruiz is going to get whooped. Or saying Jose and David Benavidez was saying Mikey going to beat Earl. And all the Mexican fans are blindly supporting blindly supporting Mikey Garcia, knowing that he probably going to get his ass whooped, okay? I guess, our fighters ain't like that. Our black people in the media, they not like that. They not going to support Wilder knowing, what's going on around Wilder. They not going to support this guy knowing what's going around this guy like that, man. At the end of the day, Ward said, I'm not, I'm pro everybody, He said, I'm not, I'm mixed. He pointed that out, and they going to always point that out. They always going to point all that shit out. They always, when they're in a position of power, they got money, or they work for a company like that, they always going to make sure they don't go all the way pro-black all the way, okay? And that's the reason that, I just keep it the way I keep it. I keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Because you fuck around and go spend all your hard-earned money and invest into these fighters. And you're not just investing into the fighter because he black. You're not just investing into the fighter's career, because you think he'd be good for the culture. No, you got to know that over history, it don't work that way. You might get a generational Deontay Wilder. We so removed from what Muhammad Ali was as a heavyweight champion and as a champion, outside of boxing, that dudes don't want to, carry that burden. They don't. So if you supporting a boxer for anything other than a black boxer, other than, his skills inside the ring, his skill set, you're going to be sadly disappointed. If you supporting a dude because you think he pro-black, or you supporting a dude because, he for the culture or for the cause, then, you're going to get your feelings hurt. A lot of these dudes, they don't care about that. You can tell the way they move in their career. They don't care about, supporting other fighters or supporting causes, or they not out here in the trenches, fighting a good battle for the black community. They get their money, they go party, they buy jewelry, they don't give a fuck about none of this shit. You might see them go feed some motherfuckers some free lunches and some sandwiches. They might do some shit like that. They're not out here changing the world and changing the culture, and they don't care about your beliefs. So, like I said before, man, this just proves again, Floyd done it 1,000 times, supporting Donald Trump, Sterling, saying all lives matter, and a lot of people get mad, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, Floyd a buck dancer, a raccoon, or this and that, man. I guess, that ain't his job, man. Those are your public figures jobs that you look up to, your pastor in your community. You know what I'm saying? That's your, Jesse Jacksons and the activists, the Killer Mikes, the non-David Banners, and Tariq Nassim, whatever his name is. Those are those dudes' jobs. You can't put that on them, because it ain't like that, man. They not really for the culture. They black, and they get black support. But like I said before, man, black fighters don't support their black fan base. I'm telling you that, man. That is very, very key, and you got to make that observation, man. Shout out to Fred for going there, standing in the fire, because he would have been a better man than I would have been. I would have told Andre Ward ass up. But it's the same dude that only had black people riding for him. You got to remember that. White people were saying Ward boring, he hoed, and all this other shit, but he was getting that support from me, and he wanna, oh, did you say that brought Fight Hype up? Wasn't Fight Hype the same publication that said you was scared of Lucian Bute? Since you read everything, you everywhere, but you always giggly, smiling, you had a different energy with Fight Hype than you had with Fred. Because Fred made an observation and people ran with it. It was people's opinion. Fred didn't really sway nobody. Fred just tell what he thought and your opinion. You came out and you said Wilder wouldn't want no more of that. So what is that? Is that not challenging, questioning his heart? Yeah. At the end of the day, I respected his opinion. I did. I respected his opinion. Maybe Wilder was thinking like, shit, fuck it, I'm move on. I ain't got to fight Fury. Let's go call Joshua. But that push that Andre Ward gave him, might have been the push for him to say, fuck it, let's do the rematch again. I'm going to do the rematch right now. I don't want to go for AJ. I wait for I beat him in the rematch, and then I go for AJ. That could have been the push that he needed. So let's look at that from a positive side. But all these dudes watch the videos. Tom said it. Cali Enigma was telling me last night. We chopped it up, man, before I went to sleep. And all these dudes watch the videos, okay? And at the end of the day, these dudes are highly sensitive, man. Because guess what? They can't watch themselves be featured on ESPN. ESPN never covered one Andre Ward fight that I remember. Okay? When Floyd Mayweather was coming up and nobody was sitting press row for his fight at 140 versus the Puerto Rican dude, his first fight at 140, people don't remember that. Nobody was sitting that press row. Press row was empty. I believe he still was with Top Rank. Nobody was going to check out Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, just like Gucci and Prada and Top Rank and a lot of, and I said this about Premier Boxing Champions, man. Everybody think Premier Boxing Champions is so pro-black. No, it's not. They no different from Top Rank and Eddie Hearn, DAZN, and Matchroom USA. It's no difference. It's no difference because if they was pro-black, they would go out their way to make sure they black fighters had the best fights out there. Leo Santa Cruz will be fighting Gary Russell right now. Okay? They would have fed Adonis Stevenson to some of the black American fighters like Marcus Brown. You know what I'm saying? They go out there and they go ahead and they feed they make their 147 pounders fight each other if they was pro-black. But if it was a whole bunch of Latino Mexican fighters, you know what I'm saying? And they do got a lot of Latino Mexican, but if it was a whole bunch of Latino Mexican fighters that had 147 on fire like that, they'd go out their way to go find extra cash to make that fight happen. I'm telling you they would. If they needed $10 million a piece, PBC would go out there and find $10 million a piece to pay 2 Mexican fighters or them 3 Mexican fighters to bang it out at 147. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. They'd go out there and find the money. You know what I'm saying? They found $50 million for Wilder and Joshua. I mean, some of the welterweights had a little bit more notoriety than Wilder and Joshua at the time. Especially Joshua. But you got to remember, man, they not pro black fight fans is in a fucked up position. Okay, they are, and that's why I'm kind of not wanting to speak boxing like that no more, man. Because I already seen where this was coming at, man. Because if they respected your dollar, let's just go for the beginning. If black fighters, you know what I'm saying, respected their fans, then they will have more fans. They'll have a loyal fan base. All these dudes come out here saying Ward is a raccoon and Floyd is a raccoon. You think Floyd cares? It's 100 other black fighters that feel the same way they do. Trust me. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody getting up in arms, getting emotional over Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. They don't give a, most of them dudes don't give a hell about you. They don't. They don't care what you say or what you don't say. The Charlos came out and said it best. Jamel said, man, fuck the fans. He said it. Fuck the fans. If you ain't rocking with us, fuck them. And that's exactly the feeling that every other fighter have. Every fighter might not come out and say it, but basically that's their demeanor. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna fight fucking Mikey Garcia. I'm gonna fight Carlos Ocampo. I'm gonna fight Amir Khan when nobody want to really see that fight. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of fans gonna say, I'm gonna buy it because I support Earl. I'm gonna buy it because I support Terrence Crawford, and that's cool. I'm not mad at you. But remember, they don't respect you. I'm telling you, a lot of them dudes, and I'm not saying them dudes in particular, a lot of these black fighters don't respect you, but they want us to respect them in return, like we don't know what's going on. So those channels that ride the fence and try to be, try to ride the fence and try to be nice, man. And Fred is one of those channels that try to ride the fence for black fighters. Me, no, I mean, I'm gonna say what I want to say, and that's why I have no interest and interviewing them dudes, man. I'm a straight shooter. If I can't get a straight answer, why do I want to interview? If I can't ask the questions I want to ask, why do I want to interview? If I ask you a question from man to man and you get angry about the question because it was a real deal question, and you want to get all irate and red and take shots at me on camera or whatever it might be, and you can't just take the punches and roll, hey, dog, why I want to interview you for? If we can't have a real conversation, real man-to-man conversation about boxing and some real questions, then why am I even here for? Why am I holding the microphone? What's my purpose? You know what I'm saying? He points out, well, Fred, you was there covering Javante, the Shakira thing, and if you so black, why you don't pull them dudes to the side and woo, 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 and stuff like that. At the end of the day, it's YouTube. People want to hear that. You do what your audience want to hear. Just like you telling the white man on the camera, yo, small percentage of fans that care about you that's white. Like you say, oh, it's all minds matter. I'm biracial. I'm white father, and I'm pro everybody. Just like you said that on camera, that's the same way Fred feel. You know what I'm saying? You catering towards your little white fan base because it's little. Because a lot of white people was pulling for Kovalev even after the racial stuff. Your little white fan base, how you proing them, same thing Fred doing for his people or for his channel, his subscriber base. And this is why I say, man, that's why I run my channel, with objectivity, man. I run it straight down the middle. I don't show no favoritism or no bias because guess what? Them black fighters don't respect us. And I'm not talking about no media, no journalists, no as fans. They don't respect us. They don't. The majority of them don't respect us. They don't respect our dollar because if they did, they will believe in us supporting them, and they'll make the fights we want to see happen. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford be respected. It'll be made, and we'll buy it. But they don't respect our dollar. They respect the Mexican dollar. They respect the white dollar. And white people really don't even buy fights unless it's like a Conor McGregor, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Mayweather type of thing. They over at the UFC. You know what I'm saying? And both of these dudes got on, retired, got wealthy, got the backing for black people. And guess what? They went on, Mayweather and Andre Ward went on to do what they're going to do. And they don't respect black fight fans. They don't. They don't. And it is what it is, though. So at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to run my shit how I run my shit, man. Anybody can get it. If you out of line, I feel you out of line and talk my shit. For what? Just like they do us and talk their shit and basically say, man, they exploited us for years. We bought Mayweather pay-per-views. A lot of the brothers bought Andre Ward pay-per-views. A lot of dudes in the trenches on social media was battling for Andre Ward. Man, stop that shit, man. All these people already getting up in arms and saying fuck Ward and Ward a raccoon and Floyd this, man. At the end of the day, it's a lot of more niggas out there that feel that way. There's a lot of more fighters that feel that way that don't act like they owe their fans nothing. They don't respect the black fans. That go out there and cap on TV for the white man and cap out there for the Mexicans. That's just what it is, man. That's just what it is, man. That's just the hand that we've been dealt as black fight fans. So don't get all up in arms and get mad at Andre Ward. I see a lot of brothers in the comment section getting mad at Andre Ward and saying basically F Andre Ward and all this. Hey, man, he is who he is. He is who he was when he got here in my Jay-Z voice. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, man, stop going out here making it a Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford thing. Stop going out here making it a black versus black thing. Or stop going out there, pledging your allegiance to one particular fighter and being a fanboy. Because guess what? Your great white Superman, or your great black Superman, he don't respect y'all 9 times out of 10 in boxing. He don't respect y'all. They don't respect us, our money. So while I'm in the trenches battling for these niggas versus these trolls and versus these pro-Mexicans, for what? Why am I out here battling? Why am I out here going back and forth arguing, cussing dudes out on the internet? That's why I bowed out of social media boxing for the most part, man. I don't even talk boxing with niggas in social media. I talk to niggas behind the scenes. We got personal conversations. And that's how we talk boxing with select niggas that I like. To talk boxing with. You dudes on here, in the trenches battling dudes over fighters who don't even respect your dollar. Because like I said before, that's why all the fights in L.A. or down in Southern California. That's why all the fights in Texas. That's why all the fights in New York. You know what I'm saying? That's why them in Vegas, them the 4 main destinations, because they know Latino fight fans gonna come out there and spend their money. They don't put fights in Chicago or Detroit no more, or a lot of major fights in Philadelphia, or they don't put a ton of fights down there in the DMV like they could, you know, or they don't want to open up the Capital One Arena, whatever the Wizards play down there in the Georgetown Hoyas. You know why they don't want to put fights down there in Atlanta? You know why they don't want to put more fights in New Orleans and open up those type of markets down there in South Florida and all them? Because they don't respect the black fan dollar. They don't believe black fight fans go come out and spend their money and go down there and come watch the fight. That's just what it is. They gonna fight wherever it's a heavy Latino population. May it be Puerto Ricans, may it be Mexicans. That's where the fight's gonna be. They don't respect the black fight fan dollar. They don't think you gonna come out there and spend your money. And you think those white collar businessmen and ain't gonna echo that down and echo the orders down to Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather? They don't know that. They know that. I remember I was watching the James Brown movie, and they were trying to explain to James Brown he wanted to do a live musical CD with, you know, real band behind him recording an album. And he said, man, that's expensive. Negroes don't buy albums, James. He said that. He said Negroes don't buy albums. And that's the same sensitive feeling in boxing. Negroes don't buy boxing tickets. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, black people are the number one consumers out there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you make boxing accessible, you know what I'm saying, which they are with Fox and ESPN, I guarantee you black people will come out there and buy that shit, man. They come out there and go to the fights in Chicago. They go to the fights in Detroit. They go to the fights in Philadelphia and all them areas, South Florida, Central Florida. Man, black fight fans gonna come out there and support them. But guess what? The white collars don't respect the black fight fans. Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, the rest of the majority of the black fighters don't respect black fight fans. But that was the same people who go give, you know, Ellie Sackback racist ass an interview. These same people that sit down with the girl from Pheno Boxing and get her an interview. These same people that sit down in Miguel Joy Phelps and sit down with Marco Rivera. All these other channels that ain't pro-black who really racist on the low, most of them, they're sitting down to talk to them before they talk to black fighters. You know, and pretty much, you know, I was listening in town. He was saying that Crawford feel like the LDBC is pro Errol Spence, and it seemed that way. You know, I'm not with them. You know, I got some brothers I still talk to in there, still close, but I'm my own entity. But yeah, but that's not really true. But hey, at the end of the day, they could be pro fucking Canelo. They could be pro fucking Callum Smith or some shit like that. What does it matter? So the reason you putting that on, you putting every black fan and generalize them in one group of people and generalizing them and saying basically all you other niggas that's out there with cameras and want to get interviewed. I'm not interviewing with you black niggas because you pro Errol Spence. Like, come on, man. How much sense do that make? Real talk. How much sense does that make? But these the same dudes that you do interviews with, Dan Rayfield, who raped Terrence Crawford, you know, under Lomachenko, under Canelo, cheater and Canelo, under Golovkin, who just lost. The same dudes, Teddy Atlas, put you below Lomachenko and G-checked you to your face with Andre Ward. But you still run to get them dudes interviews. You know what I'm saying? These are the same people, as soon as you walk away, you know, look at that nigga wife. The same motherfuckers. Like, man, that nigga gets on my nerves. You know, I don't even like to interview that nigga, Terrence Crawford. Peter was saying wants to go buck dance for the white man. You know, just because some people pro Errol Spence, you want to generalize and say, okay, I'm not in the interviews with them black niggas, man. But them the same people, when you turn your back, they call you nigga. Same people that turn your back talk about how ghetto your family is. The same people, your same publication, who rate you lower than other niggas from other networks, who don't respect your grind, don't respect your hustle. So tell me how that works. And I'm telling you, man, that's why I don't want to be in the field and do in the trenches like that. Because when your black fighters don't respect your black fight fans, man, so why should I be biased towards them? And that's why I run my page right down the middle, like it or not. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got a business question, inquiry, or sponsorship. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button when mentioning the video. And don't forget, we are on Instagram again, man. I'm going to drop that link later on today. I'm going to get the page back up. But don't forget, we at The Health Blaze at thehealthblaze.com, our sponsor. Make sure you check out their all-natural products, lotion soaps, foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfellow1Box to get 18% off their all-natural products. So go over there to the website, and promo code is in the description. This is Goodfellow Sports TV, man. Let me know what you guys think about the video. I'll link the full Andre Ward thing in there from Time Business. So yes, y'all go subscribe to him. You watch the whole video if you haven't seen it between.